Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another stream. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I think last days of my cold, feeling good, but still a bit coughing. So I apologize in advance if sometimes I cough. But other than that, hope you're doing good. And let's see where we left off, and we try to continue implementing a little bit today. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I also knew that it's gonna be ups and downs, but the idea and like finding out the perfect way to implement it, to be honest, it's been a challenge so far, and I'm pretty sure it will continue to be the challenge. But it's still the main part that I sometimes get really stuck over. I really try to figure out at the moment is whether people would pay or would be interested in having this product later on when it's completed. This idea validation phase, basically you have an idea and you start maybe a little bit playing around, but then you want to find out if people actually would pay for it. I of course have looked into some options, and then the latest thing that we settled with, again, I'm not really sure if this is the best solution. We have this scheduled demo on our website, and for example, if someone comes to our website and reads about the product, they can also go ahead and schedule a meeting. And then the idea is that we go there, we talk to them, we say this is a product that we're building, and in general, I think the ideal goal at the moment for me is to get maybe 10 conversations, like with 10 interested customers. I mean, not even the ones that were ready to pay, but people like the potential customers that somehow are interested in the idea. So this is what I'm aiming for with the landing page and this demo schedule that we have. But again, I feel like the web page is too much focused on the product and not really in the customer, because for example, everywhere people are saying hey, this is our customer, buy this, we give you more features, this is blah blah blah, but no one really I think if you make the connection with the customer, I think that's something more interesting. And I think at the current stage where we want to hear like what would be the potential challenges and what would be the like possible features that be actually acceptable for the customers, since we want to have these sort of conversations, I think the landing page maybe tone should change from product centric to customer centric. So mainly we have to a bit focus on the pain points and kind of try to relate to the potential customer on landing page. So maybe this is something that I don't get into in today's stream, but probably during the upcoming weeks I will start to play around a little bit. Maybe that will like open a door to getting these conversations and getting a bit of these demo schedules. Okay. So Also, I think I think we need to maybe take another, like, a bit again change the approach. The initial approach that I had in mind, as we also, for example, see it in our blog pipeline, was that we basically would scrape this RSS feeds, which are basically, for example, every news website, they usually have this RSS feed, which is basically an XML for their latest news. And for example, there's this news items, and then there's, for example, the link, and then the description. There's like a really short description. And initially I had the idea that we go over the news and we try to scrape it out. We try to find out what's relevant to the potential customer and their business, and then we try to generate some topics out of it, and then this would be like the blog post. And then I think it's not really that ideal, because okay, think of it like this: as a business, like as a small business, maybe your business is not really related to the latest news. For example, here we're talking about AI development, and like there's a chance that you own a small business, and basically your business is not related to technology, but still you have to find I mean, if you try to force to relate it to the news, then it might have some kickbacks. So I think instead of going for directly news specific, like news related, I think we have to start to think of it a bit like strategic, and try to come up with the questions that people are already searching for, like potentially would searching for. The idea is that we try to handle businesses blog section, for example, even in our current website we also have a, for example, blog section here, and then we want to kind of replicate the same vibes, the same content for any other business. And to do that, I think we kind of need to go from like trying to figure out what's trending now to the point that what questions would the customers of this business search for. Let me give you some questions. Let me give you some examples. 1 second. Okay, so imagine that you just want to automate the current blog section of our website. And my idea is that if I automate the blog section of our website, and if I try to figure things out and it works really good, then it would be like my current website would be a demonstration of the systematic solution that we implemented for generating blogs. And for example, a potential customer would also have a look here and see that, okay, this content is pretty straightforward, pretty robust, and the content is not AI slop. It's like it has some values to it, so they would also be interested. So let's say that I want to generate a blog for my own website, and I want to like think of it systematic, so later on I can just put everything together and just automate the whole process. So yeah, so let's say I already wrote down the description. You can ask like, give me 10 questions that potential customers zoom. Yeah. Okay, I can also zoom. Nice. Give me 10 questions that potential customers for the following business search on the internet. Without knowing yeah, so here, for example, there would be some of the examples here. How can I publish blog posts more consistently? Best way to turn my expertise into blog content without hiring a writer. Like, these would be the things that probably someone interested in such a service as ours, for example, this automatic blog generation, would also would search on the internet. So if I so for the first step of the blog generation, we can come up with these questions like, what would a potential customer search for in the first place? And we can come up with some initial questions, and then from there we can see which one of these can we relate to, or we can say that, okay, this is a question that seems interesting, seems interesting enough, and that I also, as a person who owns the website, owns the business, I would also have a saying for that. So I think this would be a good thing to go for. And of course, there's always the problem with the search optimization, this SEO for search engines and these sort of things. But I feel like if you write or like try to figure out the questions really specific to your customers, then regardless of the volume of search, you probably still attract some customers anyway. So I think we shouldn't, because there is these websites, for example, here, that they give you the search volume for a specific queries, and I think of course they're really good, but I feel like we try to focus too much into like making things really search optimized, then we might stray away from like serving the right customer. I mean, of course there's a fine line, but we try to figure that out. Okay. You actually don't need it too much. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the idea is that based on the business description, that we have, we kind of generate questions like that the potential customer would ask. As we have a look here, for example, in our case, if someone wanted to, let's say we were the potential customer, we wanted to use our own platform. In this case, the business would be something that sells, like automates block generation. So the questions that the potential customer would ask would be something like, how can I publish blog posts more consistently? Yeah. So that's the idea at the moment. I just want to kind of play around a little bit and get some samples for the questions that we get. Okay. And so these are some of the questions. This is not what I had in mind. Okay, so these are some sample questions. Service businesses create constraint quality blog content. Best methods for e-commerce. Expertise into blog posts. Tools to help generate relevant, timely blog topics for my industry. How to write authoritative blog posts that reflect my unique voice, not generic AI. For marketing team, scale blog content production without hiring writers. Okay, I would say these are like valid questions. Ways to get high quality blog content developer when I don't have time to write myself. Produce expert level content for clients without extensive manual writing. Okay. Yeah, this is the questions are good. What is the SaaS you're working on? Hello, welcome to the stream. The idea that we are at the moment working on is basically another blog content generator, but we have the goal to make it no AI slop, because we all know when we read a blog post that it's AI generated and you feel like you don't get any value out of the blog post. So that's the idea at the moment. We try to sell it to, the ideal customers would be the business owners, potentially small ones, that they have the expertise, they have the knowledge, but they don't have time to make the blogs themselves. And we are building a platform to kind of automate the whole thing and make the whole blog generation easy. And hopefully that would be the product that people or like business owners are interested in and willing to pay for. Now, I said hopefully, but they're also at the moment looking into idea validation to actually make sure that this is something that people are interested in. And so we don't spend, let's say, 3 months building the product and then realize that, okay, no one's gonna buy these things from us. So at the moment, we're also trying to validate the idea. We created a landing page. We have this meeting schedule. And again, it's maybe not perfect, but the idea is that if someone is interested enough to pay for the current idea, because for example they would come in our landing page and see, okay, this idea is really interesting for me. If they are remotely willing to pay, they would definitely be like easier with having a demo for them, because for example you probably won't just pay for a service that you don't know. So it's more likely that people would schedule a demo session with us, and then we basically would go there and talk about stuff like the needs that they have. And hopefully with the, for example, let's say if you get 10 potential customers, then like 10 scheduled demos, we can then say, hey, the idea is kind of interesting and there are people who are willing to have a meeting. So they are probably would be people who, after more marketing and stuff, they would be more willing to actually pay. So that's at the moment the idea validation that we are going with. And of course, in the conversations that we're gonna have with the business owners, of course, it would also shape the platform to see what are their needs, what do they want, and how can we like adjust the platform to meet their needs. So this is the current stage, and at the moment we're kind of just figuring out the maybe best solution to create a blog post that is not AI slop, or like it's not really generic AI. So I think that should potentially answer your question. That's the service that we are building. But if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, and also, if you're new to the stream or like new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I also have more content. I mean, not only streams, but also some videos coming up. Okay, so okay, so now we have these we have these questions, but my problem is that it feels like these questions would just, they would be a good thing for a blog post. Let's say we write a blog post that addresses these questions, but I think we can't really generate multiple blog posts because these questions are really similar, I would say. Thank you, Moat. Thanks. Are you, may I ask if you are working on something similar, or how did you get interested in the stream? Are you also building something? For content generation, no, I do not use RAG because in the current application, RAG doesn't make sense for me because I don't have documents that I want to retrieve from. I mean, ideally, RAG might have made sense. For example, let's say if a business would also upload their relevant document, but maybe they would upload their emails with the customers. But I think at this stage we probably won't get any business owner to do that. So at the moment we're not using RAG or anything. But I also had experience with RAG, to be honest, on my other projects. But for me, it's always a bit nasty. Like in general, I didn't have much of a good experience with RAG. But anyway, in our use case, yeah, the RAG doesn't really fit. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use LLM, of course, for the content generation. Of course, we're gonna use LLM. At the moment, for testing, I'm using Gemini for free, so that I don't have to pay for anything. But I was thinking maybe for when I want to actually generate the logs, I will use Claude. Well, of course, it's not fixed now, but at the moment for just testing, I'm just going through it with Gemini. I mean, it's really difficult to find the most suitable LLM. It feels like one of them does something other, like one thing better than the other. Do you have any preference? What's your favorite LLM in your applications or daily work? What would you choose? I've already used Gemini for summaries in an AI meeting assistant, but it has limits. I don't remember if it's around 50 requests per day or something like that. Yeah, I think to my experience, I think it was mainly the request per minute or something. I mean, I'm not really sure. I never hammered it that much. I was just testing around some stuff. But I think the best thing is that it's free, I would say. It just gives you an API and you can just use the API for your testing and development. I mean, of course, they're probably gonna train their models on the requests and the answers, but in the end, it's for development, so I might not really care. You know, the saying that if someone is giving something to you for free, then you are the product. Yeah, true. Are you also actively building something, or are you just interested? Also building something. Oh, nice. Right now I started an app called AI case management. Interesting. What is it about? Is it for legal stuff? For lawyers and so? And I'm also interested, what's been the problem for you so far? Like the bottleneck in development or anything? It's an app that helps businesses organize and resolve customer issues instead of handling complaints, requests, or support messages through scattered emails, WhatsApp. So basically, you're planning to gather all of the issues and stuff in a single channel. Did I understand it correctly? For example, if they receive customer messages over, let's say, WhatsApp, Telegram, email, basically gather all of them and then show it, for example, in, let's say, Slack. A tool that centralizes customer issues, assigns them to agents, and speeds up support by automatically suggesting categories, priorities, summarize, and reply drafts. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Also, good luck. Best of luck to you. But I think, yeah, these customer issues, like these support tickets, are also something that I'm sure many businesses would be like, they would gladly just pay money for it, at least from my understanding. There are 3 users, admin, agent, customers. Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, best of luck. And I also hope, I mean, this is also something that I haven't figured out yet, but the idea, validation, and these sort of things might be something that you also want to have a look into. I'm also learning at the moment, and I also haven't figured it out. But I just see like many people, and of course that's also what am I afraid of, that I end up building something that no one really wants. I think the stream, it will give me some purpose in the end, and it would be actually like just for the sake of the stream I would try to build it, but in the end I think it's really important to try to build something that people actually want. I think that's really important to figure out. I also read somewhere that some guy said you can also have a pricing section, and then like a fake pricing, and then if people click on like pay or seeing the pricing, or like add credit card or something like this, if they actually want to proceed with the payment, then we can also think of it as a signal that okay, people are really interested. So that would also be another business validation, I guess. But yeah, in general for me it's still a bit confusing. Yeah, still trying to learn. Okay, so I just want to also mention it that if you are new here to the stream or to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I highly appreciate it. And I also I think this would be week, I think number 9 or something, and I also plan for weekly streams and also upcoming videos in topics of different things, like just DevOps or like AI stuff, for example this voice to text and like these sort of things. So if you're interested, also please hit the subscribe. I really appreciate it. And also I think today it would be relatively short because first of all it's Sunday, and I'm also still a bit feeling under the weather. I mean, again, it's the last days of the of the cold, but I also don't want to really push it that much. Perfect, thank you, I appreciate it, Moat. Thanks for the support. In any case, I will keep the stream short today, and I think I will pause things here and continue with it next time. And I mean, today we didn't do much, but still I think it was a good step into the right direction. We continue next time. Again, I really appreciate it. Next time I also expect to have a bit longer stream, probably either on Friday or Saturdays. I mean, today was really an exception because I couldn't make it yesterday, but every week either on Friday or Saturday I try to stream, probably Saturdays. But in general, again, thanks for the support. Have a good day, have a good night, and hopefully I will see you next time. Take care, good luck, and see you next time.